What's up, guys? Welcome to another awesome episode of Culture Exposed. Hello, today I'm again here with my awesome friend Alan.
Hello again.
Yeah, and Alan travels a lot, so I mean we can recycle him a lot. Anyway, so as you probably guessed from the flags, today we're talking about Germany. He's been on an exchange program for a year there. He's visited it again this summer, and so we're thinking, you know, let's bring up some questions. Yeah. So the first question is, what was it like to be in Germany when they won the World Cup?
Craziness. That's basically it. I was rooting for Germany since day one because I had this trip planned out. So I was like, okay, come on, Germany has to win. I want to be there. I've never seen so many people drunk in the same place. So that was awesome. I didn't have to pay for any drinks that night, so it was really cool. You could see the unity and like the proudness of being German that night. It was crazy, and it was a pretty good game. I mean, Argentina played really well, but it was awesome. It was awesome to be there, and it's cool to say I was in Germany when Germany won the World Cup. It's crazy.
Our second question would be, what is your favorite city and why?
This is a complicated question because, as Christian said, I did an exchange year in Germany and I traveled a lot when I was there. You would expect me to say my hometown, Wolfsburg, but actually I think my favorite city would be the capital city, Berlin. It's like the most international city in Germany. There's like a lot of business going. You hear different languages from all over the world speaking, when like people speaking it when you're walking on the street. It's like the most tourists go there, and so many museums, so many culture in Berlin. Like the Berlin Wall is there, so I would have to say Berlin. Like it's a mix of like art, culture, the party area, the night scene. So I would have to say Berlin, definitely.
Yeah. So go to Germany, go to Berlin. That's good. You gotta check that off if you go there, because I mean otherwise you basically just didn't even go. Our third question. Do you enjoy German beer? Which is probably has an obvious answer. And what is unique about it to you?
Well, of course, I enjoy German beer. Like,
yeah, kind of figured.
I could say I'm half German. No, I'm just kidding. Well, it's funny because before Germany, I didn't quite enjoy the taste of beer. But when I went to Germany, like everyone is drinking it. Like you can drink beer and wine when you're 16 in Germany. So I got used to it, and it's really good. I haven't tasted Belgian beer, but some people say it's better, but I don't know. I just love my German beer. It's really awesome.
Yeah, I have to say from my experience as well, German beer kicks ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely try that out. Something a little bit more that you notice when you live there rather than just visit is what is unique about the people, any traits, any characteristics, behavior in specific situations, maybe school, maybe home. What did you notice were some of the differences in behavior?
Well, it's funny because when we were doing the training to go to do the exchange year, people would say, yeah, be careful, German people are really cold, they would say, like not as friendly. But I think that's, well, Europeans can be cold, but for me it's like people were actually really friendly towards me, and like I think you have to get to know the people. Like when you're going on an exchange year, they expect you to learn the language. So if you're only speaking like English or your native language, they're gonna get a bit upset because you're there like to learn the language. Another characteristic, like but I don't know if it's just like a social thing, but I remember when I went to school, like the first day, the girls, they kiss in the mouth to say hello, and I was like, whoa. But it's like when they're really good friends, apparently the girls, they say hi then they kiss in the mouth. But Germans are really friendly, I would say. I would say Germans are friendly. I don't know. People say they're pretty cold, but I don't.
It really varies. So like where I'm from, Slovakia, we do the double kiss on both cheeks. And so like there's little differences like that. And for example, also because you, Alan, were there as an exchange student, that gets people very interested. Kind of like if somebody's here from somewhere else, people ask questions, they get interested, and then they seem very friendly. I'm not saying Germans are cold, but in Europe, as an American especially, you could get offended, even though they don't mean it. It's just their expectations are different.
Yeah, you're so right, Christian. Also, like as Christian was saying, they're really honest. If they don't like something about you, they will tell you. Like if you ask them, oh, do you like my shirt? And if they don't like it, they will say, I don't like it. And some people will take it offensive, because I don't know, culture here in the States is, it's almost like I want to please everyone. So even if you don't like it, you'll say, yeah, I like it. But they're really honest. And they're not saying it to hurt you. They're just being honest towards you. Like, so it's just a German thing. They're like really honest, and they're punctual. They're very punctual, especially with the trains.
Yes.
If you're there 1 minute late, you missed the train or the bus. So you have to be very careful with that.
One of the really cool things you might see is like if you look at a bus driver or like the guy who runs the train, like they'll be looking at their watch at the seconds, and when it exactly hits the 12, that's when they like started. That was like a really cool thing for me. I was like, he's looking at the exact seconds. So now we've kind of summed up some very German things that you'll experience, but what would you say from being there was your top reason to visit? What is the best thing you'll see in Germany?
Oh, the best thing. Well, it's funny because when you think of Germany, you only think of beer and pretzels, but I would say like there's a lot of culture in Germany, and like, you know, from the past that Germany has had with the wars, people sometimes only think of like the bad things that Germany has gone through, but actually I researched Germany before I did my exchange year, but it wasn't until I got there I could see like Germany throughout the whole war and like the whole thing that they've gone through. Germany is one of the top economically stable, well, like in politics, education, one of the highest countries in Europe and in the world. And it's cool how like to see how from being in a very bad spot, they're like up there now, and they have so much culture and the language. It's funny because you hear the language and it's very rough, and you think they're fighting all the time, but once you get to know it, it's really interesting like to hear like stories from them. And they're, at the end of the day, I think they're really nice and they try to help you out. But there's a lot of cultures and museums, and in Berlin, like, they're not ashamed of their past. They try to pass it on to generations, so they don't do that again, like for example with the war. And
yeah. And also what I noticed is like they're really like, Germans have a sort of friendly aura around them, of how they're, and like the sort of way I explain it is they like almost try to make it up to you that they've had such a dark history, and so like that's like it's really nice to see that from a nation as a whole, to be trying that. But yeah, check out the culture. One of the favorite things I have seen in Germany is like just the general architecture. Like they have a very modern, sleek style, and I absolutely love that. So if you're into modern architecture, you'll love every single building there. But they also have a lot of traditional history and stuff that you'll see. It looks very German, but that they have like that great balance of mixture of both, and it just looks, every city just looks beautiful. It's unique. So definitely that's something you should look for. And yeah, I think now is about the time when the German government should pay us for this ad, because everything like is...
You know how many tourists they're gonna get after
people
see this video? Like,
so yeah, that was awesome. Thank you, Alan, for being on this video.
No problem.
Those were the 5 questions about Germany, and so if you visit, make sure you look out for these things. And if you like videos like this about culture, check out another video. There should be like a box here or something. Also, make sure to subscribe, like, share, and spread the word about the awesomeness of Germany. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you back next week.
See you guys.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.